Hi, I'm James, and in this video I'm taking a look at how to upwork on the Dell Inspiron 14 2-in-1 laptop. This is a 5406 model machine with the 11th gen Core i5. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we have shut it down using the shutdown/s/t0 command in Windows, just to make sure it is properly shut down and not asleep. And just to avoid any scratch marks, I'm just going to swap this in underneath it so I don't scratch the lid. And we are going to take our screwdriver, and links to Amazon affiliates for all of the parts used will be in the description below. Now, these 3 screws at the back are retained, so in undoing them it kind of lifts the back up. So we can see there those corners have lifted, and the centre should as well. And then the remaining 6 are removed from the base. These 6 are all the same size, so we don't need to worry too much about what went where. I do just tend to place things in the order they were removed, however. And this is I believe it's a 000 Phillips head screwdriver bit. Again, I will also put a link to the toolkit that I use. It's quite a nice one with a nice selection of bits and picks and so on. And so with that done, we can see at the back here this has lifted up. So we're just going to run our pry tool in the gap that it has opened up where the screws have lifted up to unclip that at the back. And then we're going to do the same down each side just to release the base of the machine. And where we've got most of the way along that, I'm going to go to the other side. Make sure that one is, there we go, that certainly helps if that one is fully released. Working down the sides, so looks like levering out that side piece is the best strategy, and then lift towards the front, and we have the base of our laptop removed. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do, and this isn't strictly speaking essential, but it is always good practice for pretty much any work that we are doing, is we are just going to reach in here and grab the edges of the battery connector and just gently disconnect that and remove it from the socket. So for things like doing RAM and the SSD, you don't have to do this, but it's just really good practice because it means you don't accidentally do something stupid with the machine switched on. To replace the battery, we then have these 4 screws holding the battery in place. And with those removed, we should then be able to simply lift the battery up. It looks as though, yes, we have a little cable stuck to it beneath it, but that just unpeels. If we are replacing the battery, what we will probably need to do, because this is a JK6Y6 type battery, you may find it comes without the cable for connecting it to the system. So it is simply a case of removing it as so, and then clipping it into place and threading it in to the new battery. This is simply because Dell will use the same battery type in a number of different machines, but it may not have the exact same connector internally, so we'll use a different cable here. To replace the touchpad, what we then have to do, with the battery removed, is undo these two screws at the top. Then we want to disconnect. In fact, let's with our work completed, what we now want to do is reconnect the battery just by slotting that back into position. Now what I'd always recommend is just power your machine on, check that you are happy everything is working and correct before refitting the back. And so now that we are happy that everything is present and correct, we just want to reposition the back cover, and then starting at the front, we're going to press it down into place, clipping it down to the base of the machine. And then we are going to switch to a smaller screwdriver bit, and because they are retained screws and will lift the back up while they are not attached, we are going to start by putting down the rear ones. And now replacing the 6 remaining screws. I hope you found this video useful. Do let me know if it has helped you in repairing or upgrading your Dell Inspiron 14 5406, or if indeed you found this useful working on another Dell model. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more videos as we post them, and any questions or comments on the technique, just let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.